Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Sports with Monga. And we are back with a banger video, and it's going to be Las Vegas Grand Prix qualifying reaction. And what qualifying? Like, absolutely difference. Like, what difference does worldwide make for Alpine, who are now sitting P3 in the qualifying? Russell takes the lead, gets it himself on the pole position. Absolute mad scenes. There's no Max Verstappen, there is no Lando Norris. It's all about the Mercedes guys. Only one of them could get on the podium, and that was Mr. George Russell. A whirlwind of emotion for definitely for the Lewis Hamilton fans who basically had a lap time deleted at the end because he messed up his lap a lap before, went for the final run. That was not enough, and that's what ended. P10 is where Mr. Lewis Hamilton is starting from, but George Russell hits the nail on the head. He was the last one to cross the line, and he was the last one to have the last laugh. Carlos Sainz did enough, but then 200th per second. That was the difference. George Russell finishing 132, 312. Carlos Sainz in the Ferrari, 132, 410. The difference is just absolutely minuscule, guys. I don't know how you saw it, but it was absolutely amazing. Sports with Monga, 140 subscribers. The goal is to beat 1 million, so keep on watching. Thanks for your support. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Loads of content coming to the Formula One because it's a triple header before the end of the Formula One season 2024. It ends almost. If you've been on the journey, it's been absolutely mad. 3 races, Las Vegas, Qatar, and then we're ending at Abu Dhabi in the Yas Marina Bay. But absolutely crazy scene. So loads of content coming through you for the Formula One. So if you want to just stay tuned, enjoy the content, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit in the comments below. Let me know what you think about the qualifying. Who do you think has been your favorite driver today? I clearly have some favorites, and I clearly have some non-favorites, but I won't get into that. But let's get into the podium positions and how it went. George Russell, Carlos Sainz, Pierre Gasly on the P3. Alpine's absolutely smashing it and showing everybody what it means. The Alpine boys, they just give them a whiff and they will take it. What a whirlwind for the Enstone-based team. Absolutely mad since that. After the whirlwind of the season they've had with the new leadership coming to the middle, and other issues, but Flavio Brau is already now taking charge of the team. They want to kind of end the engine supply as well. So loads of discussions happening on the negative side for Alpine, but this is definitely a result that they were like. After the podium positions in Brazil for both Ocon and Pierre Gasly. Pierre Gasly hits it on the podium of the qualifying. Absolutely amazing, yeah. Charles Leclerc, the favorite to get the qualifying win, is fourth. Max Verstappen and Lando Norris, fifth and sixth. They're standing next on the grid, and it will only take 3 points. Max Verstappen needs to finish ahead of Lando Norris, and he will win his fourth championship. Luckily, it's going to happen on a Saturday, and it's going to be absolutely mad again. What's going to happen? Let's see. Race happening soon, so don't let this go. Las Vegas Grand Prix is going to be full with action and possibly ends the 2024 World Drivers' Championship. The Constructors still continues. Lando Norris P6, Yuki Tsunoda P7, Oscar Piastri in the second McLaren P8, Nico Hulkenberg P9, and Lewis Hamilton P10. Esteban Ocon finishing a P11, Kevin Magnussen in the second Haas 12, Jogo New finishing his best 13th with Franco Colapinto bringing the red flag, the Argentinian absolutely smashing his car into bits in Q2. I think there's going to be a big bill, 3 million for the repairs in Brazil for Colapinto and for the Williams. And I think it's a 3 million bills again. And Dorrington and everybody around Dorrington, along with James Vowles, the team principal of Williams, has to be thinking like, what the hell is happening, guys? How am I back into this? Is this like reminiscence of the days of Logan Sargent? Like Logan Sargent was supposed to be the smasher, but we've got Mr. Colapinto doing the similar things, and it kind of reminds me, was Colapinto put in the car too soon? Is he too young to get the Formula One experience? But this experience will be worth a lot of money and worth a lot to him and for future drives that he might get into. Final Pinto smashing the car in Q2, bringing the red flag. 14th, he finishes and starts. I hope they will bring the car, they will have the car to race. 50G was the absolute mad smash that he had. Liam Lawson in the RB, pipping 15th, but pipping Sergio Perez. Yes, guys, the big breaking news. Sergio Perez did not even make into Q2. He was out in Q1. He didn't even make to Q2. And that, I think, this should be the fucking end for drivers' career. Like, you can't be driving a Red Bull and then finishing and getting out in Q1 all the fucking time. I think this needs to be, he needs to look at himself literally and say, okay, what am I doing? What am I doing here? What am I fucking doing here? This doesn't work. He needs to leave. Red Bull needs to promote Liam Lawson or Yuki Tsunoda into the car next year for sure. That's going to be the thing. That's going to be interesting. Who gets slots into the second RB the RB seat? Fernando Alonso messing up massively. Aston Martin have been nowhere. 17th, Alex Albon in the second Williams in 18th. Valtteri Bottas 19th, and Lance Stroll the last in the standings. As it went, absolute mayhem scenes and absolutely crazy guys overall. Mercedes driver George Russell stormed to the pole position for the Las Vegas Grand Prix, edging out Ferrari rival Carlos Sainz and the high-flying Alpine of Pierre Gasly. Pierre Gasly is the man to do it. Absolute crazy scenes, guys. Absolutely. Bring it on. Bring it on. I'm really pumped to see if Alpine just crashes into somebody to end some careers, end some race time. That makes it much easier for Russell or Sainz to actually win it from the start. Having top final practice and led the way after the Q3, Russell posted time 132.312 seconds on his final lap to secure the top spot and end a run of Ferrari and McLaren poles, stretching back to his P1 performance at Silverstone in July. Sainz was a tenth of a second back, while Pierre Gasly and Alpine built on their sensational double podium finish at the Sao Paulo Grand Prix last time to deliver another eye-catching performance and stretching back an eye-catching result in third place. Charles had to settle for fourth in the Ferrari with championship rival Max Verstappen and Lando Norris set to share the third row of the grid for the championship leader versus the protagonist behind him, Lando Norris. It's going to be absolutely mad with Red Bull and McLaren P5 and P6 respectively. Yuki Tsunoda delivered a strong run to the seventh in his RB as McLaren's Oscar Piastri, as Haas driver Nico Hülkenberg, Lewis Hamilton completed the top 10. The Mercedes man looking strong early on, but making mistakes in the Q3 laps. After two crashes last time in Brazil, Franco Colapinto experienced another dramatic accident towards the end of Q2, littering debris all over the circuit and leaving the Argentinians 14th for the race start, providing Williams can make the repairs. Esteban Ocon just missed on Q3 in another Alpine, 11th for the Haas of Kevin Magnussen and Kick Sauber. Zhou Guanyu, who ended a lengthy run of Q1 eliminations, while RB's Liam Lawson was the final driver to drop out in Q2. It was another qualifying disaster, guys. I keep saying that Sergio Perez, this needs to stop. The qualifying disasters need to stop. Who lacked grip and confidence from the outset en route to a lowly 16th position and his latest Q1 exit, leaving the Mexican with a mammoth start. He is no Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen came from 17th in the race where there was rain and jeopardy all around to win the Sao Paulo, the Brazilian Grand Prix. But I don't think Sergio Perez has in him to get from 16th to anywhere near the podium positions in Las Vegas. The race track, it's a street track, it's a race, night race, absolutely cold conditions, and I think he will struggle again, Sergio Perez. Going to be seen, but I think it's time that Red Bull look at him seriously and try to make him get out of this, put somebody better, so that Red Bull actually can get into the constructors, because constructors is still to be fought between McLaren, Red Bull, and Ferrari. You should not forget that the driver championship ends possibly with Max Verstappen winning ahead or finishing ahead of Lando Norris, but the Constructors' Championship still continues to be fought fiercely. Aston Martin also endured a difficult session with Fernando Alonso. Aston Martin also endured a difficult session with Fernando Alonso dropping a 17th and Lance Stroll bringing the rear. The Canadian limiting the one-time lap thanks to a required power unit component change after his FP3 stoppage. Alex Albon lost a lap time at the end of Q1 to finish his second. 18th with kicks out was Valtteri Bottas, wound up in 19th out of the 5-place grid penalty, meaning Stroll will at least gain a spot from back of the grid. Guys, Franco Colapinto, George Russell, Sergio Perez, the race, the final Drivers' Championship. Who gets the last lap? Is it going to go to Qatar or is it going to end in Las Vegas? I think it's going to end in Las Vegas with Max Verstappen finishing ahead of Mr. Lando Norris. He will be the 4th-time world champion, 4th consecutive. He'll only be the third man to do it. Sebastian Vettel, the one guy, Lewis Hamilton, and then Max Verstappen. Not so in the distant future, he will be remembered. Like, it's a very highly qualified category to be in, and absolutely maximum. Max Verstappen could actually win it in this weekend. Get in the comments, let me know what you think about the race. Franco Colapinto, will he get a drive? I don't think he gets a drive next year. He's put himself in a really tricky position with these crashes to kind of show that he lacks the experience to be given the top job. But then Sergio Perez needs to be reviewed and has to be kind of thinking out, how do we move him on? George Russell, can he stay on with his tires? Will Mercedes have the tires and the lap? And will they have good grip and no degradation? It's going to be absolutely amazing, guys. Las Vegas Grand Prix is going to be absolutely crazy. I hope you will enjoy it. Join me on the qualifying, on the race reaction video. Hope you like the qualifying. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.